Hey guys, it's your girl Tina. I want to do a video about this really disturbing story. I've been sent it by a few people, but somebody sent me an email and the email was really touching to me. So I want to kind of address their email in this video as well. So if you guys have not heard, this story is coming out of Maniacs, Minnesota. And what's going on is that we have a 19-year-old girl. Her name is Alyssa Funk. And Alyssa Funk decided to dabble in the world of amateur porn. So she went out to Vegas. She was out there, I guess, with some friends or whatever. And she decided to, try out for this amateur porn called the casting couch. And in the casting couch, you basically have sex. So she did this under a name called Stella Ann. But soon, folks at her old Stillwater High School found out about it, and they started going in on her on Twitter and on Facebook. She tried to play it off like she didn't care, but she ended up killing herself just the other day. So I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and read you guys this letter that I got, and then I will come back with the rest of my
estimates. Pornography is now a $10 billion business in this country.
Yeah, for comparison, the NFL, the king of U.S. sports leagues, brings in the same amount of money. But the big profits are sometimes coming at a very tragic cost, and tonight the Fox 9 investigators have traced one woman's story through the industry. Here's Tom Lydon.
Tonight, a story about unforeseen consequences. It's about what happens when a young, impressionable woman enters a world she knows almost nothing about. And instead of getting famous, she finds people turning against her. And it all plays out against the modern backdrop of social media, bullying, and internet pornography. And the tragic sequence of events began just a couple months ago.
Minnesota, huh?
Yep.
Born and raised there?
Yes.
Wow.
The first thing you might notice about Alyssa is that she is stunningly beautiful. But she is also so much more. She's a straight-A student, too, a freshman at UW River Falls, with big dreams.
I want to minor in chemistry, and then I want to be an anesthesiologist.
Wow.
But this is no ordinary job interview.
I did a lot of sports.
Taped earlier this year in Las Vegas, it is the seemingly normal prelude to a pornographic movie from a company called Casting Couch Videos.
I'm Stella Ann. I'm 18. I'm from Minnesota, and I'm really looking forward to get started.
And in a few minutes, Alyssa, who goes by the name Stella Ann in the movie, will be seen on camera having sex with a total stranger. Just a few days after that video was posted online, Alyssa began getting taunting messages on Twitter and Facebook, mostly from old classmates at Stillwater High School, who huddled around their smartphones in the cafeteria looking at the video. And they were not kind. One student tweeting, "Wow, you're a thought," slang for prostitute. Does her dad know? Another wrote, "Nothing brings a school together like a porn star who graduated last year. I guess you could say news spreads fast here at Stillwater. Ha ha." Alyssa responded with her own tweets, "Famous for days," and "porn star status, A-OK." And yet, everything was not okay. Because just 2 weeks after the video was posted online, on April 14th, Alyssa bought a 12-gauge shotgun and drove to this picturesque boat landing on Big Carnelia Lake and killed herself. She was only 19 years old. Alyssa's family declined to talk to us on camera, and you can certainly understand why. But they told us it is true, Alyssa did suffer from depression at times. But they believe the taunting she received on social media, whether it should be considered bullying or not, played a significant role in her suicide. The Washington County Sheriff's Office is still investigating Alyssa's suicide, but detectives don't believe the postings on social media constitute criminal harassment. And a spokesperson for Stillwater High School says they haven't received any complaints or reports of bullying. But they point out correctly that Alyssa was no longer a student of theirs. But her classmates at UW River Falls say they have little doubt what drove her to suicide.
A lot of people either A, they're being really negative and trolly about it, or they are kind of like standing up and saying like this shouldn't be happening and it shouldn't happen to people. It's kind of sad it's still happening, actually.
Well, I think it's sad when someone is pushed to that extreme. Okay, when someone picks on someone that much and they feel like they want to take their own life, I feel like that's incredibly sad.
And there is a striking contrast between Alyssa's story and that of Duke University freshman Miriam Weeks, a.k.a. porn star Bella Knox, who sat on the very same couch Weeks becoming a kind of celebrity, with a glowing profile in Rolling Stone magazine last month and appearances on the talk show circuit.
I don't want to take out hundreds of thousands of dollars of loans when I'm 18 years old.
The women's studies major making headlines for making no apologies, saying pornography not only paid for college, it makes her feel empowered.
I'm breaking barriers between the mainstream and between the adult industry, and I think that that's great and it's amazing, and I want to keep getting my message out there about female empowerment as well as sex worker rights.
See how she's biting her lips and everything else to be so okay with this. Look at her. She's like, she's not sure what to do.
Joy Friedman doesn't buy it for a minute. A social worker with Breaking Free, a nonprofit that helps women get out of the sex industry. She sees young women like Alyssa and Miriam all the time and sees little difference between pornography and prostitution, especially when she hears the man behind the camera.
How you feeling?
A little bit nervous.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's a standard, normal reaction.
Talked her up and made her special. He did the same thing that pimps do. Listening to that reminded me of the pimps who used to talk to me.
I've seen a lot of work, watched a lot of porn, seen a lot of nude photos.
Friedman believes because children are exposed to pornography at a younger age, they've become desensitized to it and don't realize the decision to do porn today will follow them for a lifetime.
This is permanent. She can't erase this. Now it goes into your family, it goes into your friends, it goes into your career in the future. This is what you're going to be known for, and this is who you're labeled as. That affects you.
Just like a normal childhood.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Everything was just like normal, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I would bet if we had to go back further and take off the layers of what happened for her, that we'd find there was something dysfunctional in the home somewhere in the past.
Alyssa's had more than her share of challenges growing up. Her biological father has a rap sheet for theft and swindling. Her mother and a boyfriend were busted for dealing drugs and neglecting Alyssa's younger siblings. Alyssa had moved in with her grandmother when she was just a young teenager. And Alyssa struggled with money, transferring last year from St. Catharines to UW River Falls.
The kids from Stillwater High School who are making fun, do you blame them?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I blame them because everybody plays a role here. You can be a part of positive or negative. Why didn't no one go talk to her and say, girl, why did you do that? What can I do to help you? What are you going through? Instead, we jump on the bandwagon and it's her fault because she got in a video.
Since Alyssa's suicide, there's been an outpouring of grief on social media with moving tributes. Friends remembering a sweet, bright, and intelligent young woman with so much promise. And yet, a month after her suicide, that pornographic video is still online too, outliving the young woman who paid so dearly for it.
Fact is, if this is such a glamorous, okay job / lifestyle / career, why did she kill herself?
The Washington County Sheriff's Department is expected to complete its investigation into Alyssa's suicide very soon. About a month ago, we informed Casting Couch Video that Alyssa had killed herself. They have not returned our phone calls or emails or answered why they continue to keep that video posted online. For the Fox 9 investigators, I'm Tom Light.
Okay, so you guys just watched the news clip. So this letter is coming from one of my subscribers. I will not say her name. This is anonymous. But she says, "Hi T, I just want to share something with you. I read a story about a 19-year-old college student who committed suicide after making porn for the first time. This story really hits home with me because I'm 19 years old and I'm a college student as well, and I have also made porn before. I'm not proud of this. It's mainly because I have daddy issues and low self-esteem issues. I thought that making porn and stripping was the only way that I could get love and attention. I attend a university, so I had to stop this behavior if I want to stay at my school. I'm trying to stop, and I'm saddened to hear that another girl my age with the same struggle decided to take her life. I hope you can use my story to help keep others from the same fate. I just wanted to share this with you. I love you, T, and you are my YouTube idol." And your email means the world to me. You know, I love when I get emails like that where people tell me that I've touched them and I've helped them, and it means a lot to me because I'm not trying to be nobody's hero, nobody's idol. The only person that I'm trying to be a mentor for is my children. But if people want to see me as some type of idol, you know, thank you, I appreciate it. But I am by no means nobody's, you know, anything. You know, I just make videos. But what I will say about this situation is that it is very sad. And I think a lot of females have delusions of grandeur when it comes to stripping and porn and things like that. And I also feel like society is very hypocritical. A lot of times we will go off on a woman, we will shame a woman for what she chooses to do, but then we'll also sit there and watch porn and we'll go to the strip club. As you guys know, I don't hide shit I do. If you guys have been following me for any length of time, y'all know I will go to the strip club with my homegirls. I will go to the strip club with my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? I will support a single mother quick, fast, and in a damn hurry. You know, I have no problems going to the strip club. Y'all know, I've watched porn before. You know, I don't care. I don't feel like I need to come on camera in front. You know, like I always said, my whole issue with the whole Mimi Foss thing was the fact that she called herself trying to act like she was just so above Jocelyn, and like Jocelyn was just a big hoe for being a stripper and everything else, and like she was just so classy. Like I said, Mimi is grown, so if she chooses to do porn, she has a right to do porn. My issue was the fact that she thought she had room to stand on to shame another woman and going on another woman. You guys will not ever find a video of me going in on Jocelyn, talking shit about Jocelyn, because Jocelyn has kept it real from day one about who she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She always said she had daddy issues. She always said she was a stripper. She had to hoe. She had to do all types of stuff. And I feel like when people are honest about their shit, I can't do nothing but respect that. You know, so many folks sit up here and try and, live this fake facade and try and live a lie and act like they're just so perfect, and all they do is go to church and they would never wear short shorts or go to the club, or, we're all human at the end of the day, and we're all trying to figure out this thing called life. So I'm not going to sit here and judge nobody harshly, but I will call out somebody who feels the need to judge somebody harshly when they're doing whole shit as well. That with you doing porn, there's a way out of that. We all fall, we all make mistakes, we all do things that we later on sometimes regret, but we can always change that around. Sometimes you have to go off of other people's, lessons and things, other people's lessons and mistakes that they learned in life, so that way you don't make the same mistakes. So you're doing porn right now, but you sharing your letter with me and me sharing it with my audience is going to help other girls out here who may be doing porn, or who may be thinking like, it's quick money, it's fast money. I was a young girl too. I had pressures. People wanted me to be a stripper. You guys have seen my body. I may not have a body like Beyonce, but I don't have no fucked up ass shape. And I had a lot of people come at me to be a stripper and do all types of stuff that you get offered to do when you're young. So I understand how real it is. I understand, how things happen. You don't have a dime to your name, and you don't know where your next check is coming from, or you're working a minimum wage job and you're just struggling to keep your head above water. Folks will do certain things, and that's why I don't get on the whole morality bandwagon. That's why you will never see me on YouTube thumping a Bible and everything else, because people like to be moral when it's some shit that they're not involved in. People like to look down on folks who do porn, but then in the same breath, they're doing just as much dirt. And I feel like one sin doesn't outweigh another. You can't sit here and shame somebody who's a porn star, but then you sell weed and you sell cocaine. Folks, everybody has their vice. Everybody has dirt that they have done. But, we've all done things in life that we're not proud of. But the thing is to learn from that. And if you're not proud of doing porn, then you have to stop. I understand the money is good, but you have to stop, because if it's something that's going to risk your career at school, if it's something that's going to bring shame to you or bring shame to your family, then I would just stop right now and take it as a lesson learned. Take it as something that you did in your younger days, but now you're ready to get the ball rolling. You're ready to get back on track. I don't think it's anything that you should beat yourself up over, or beat yourself up about, or make yourself out to feel like you're a bad or a horrible person, because the same people who are judging this girl who killed herself, they're out here doing just as worse. They have their own secrets, they have their own insecurities, and they want to deflect from the crazy shit that they're doing in their own personal lives. And another thing I would say is this. I honestly feel like Alyssa was trying to be like Bella Knox, the other young girl that was featured in the newscast. I think Alyssa saw her story and thought, you know what, I'm about to do the same thing. I'm going to get fame. I'm going to get prestige. Folks are going to know me. I'm going to get paid. And I think that she was following her footsteps, not realizing all the backlash that she was going to get. I feel like Alyssa may have thought that was the way to go. But honestly, I watched Alyssa's porn tape, the whole 12 minutes of it, and that couldn't have been her first time. I refuse to believe that was Alyssa's first time doing porn. There's no way in hell. The girl was just way too comfortable, and things that she did in that scene, especially after the man, did his thing, let me know that that was not the first time that she had been involved in porn. That might have been the first time that she'd been involved in porn where it's more on a, on a produced level, more on a national level, but that wasn't the first time that she's done porn on tape. For her to be that young, she was way too comfortable. And it also makes me question if she had been sexually abused in the past as well. But, at the end of the day, I feel like her suicide should be a lesson to people. But I'm not, I can't say I feel one way or another about her suicide. While I feel like it's sad anytime a young person feels like, that's the only out that they have, I still also feel like if you're going to do some shit like porn, you better be able to hold your head up. Whatever decisions that you make in life, you better be able to hold your head up high, because people are going to have opinions, and that's what folks need to realize. Everybody's not going to like the decision that you make in life. So if you do something like porn, folks are going to judge you. And you have to be aware of that. You have to be strong enough to deal with that stigma, because there is going to be a stigma with that. Just like if you decide to be a stripper, there's going to be a stigma with that. You have to be strong enough to not let those words bother you. And everybody doesn't have that strong spirit. So what I'll say is, to a lot of young girls who are thinking about stripping and doing porn and everything, take Alyssa as a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Take her lesson and think to yourself, is it worth it? If my parents find out, if my classmates find out, if my coworkers find out, will I be able to withstand their judgment? Because folks are going to judge you. Shit, folks judge me on a daily basis, and all I do is vlog on YouTube. Folks pick me apart 24/7 on the internet. I don't care if it's my speech, if it's my hair, if it's my weight, my eyes. People pick me apart 24/7. And I'm not out here doing porn, and I'm not out here on nobody's stage. So if you're going to be out here like that, you have to make sure that you have tough skin and that you're prepared for the backlash, because folks are going to have opinions of you one way or another. But I would suggest to you that I think that you are a beautiful girl. I've seen your picture. I've seen your Facebook profile. I think you are gorgeous. And, I'm sad that you felt like you had to do that, but I would never judge you. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you want to change and the fact that you're thinking about getting out of it, all I can do is say kudos and support the fact that you're ready to get up out that lifestyle, before it drags you under. Because a lot of folks think that it's glamorous, and it's really not. I have quite a few friends that are strippers. I know girls who have been stripping since we were 16 years old. They started stripping with a fake ID at 16 years old. And fast forward 10 to 12 years, these girls are still in the strip clubs in downtown Minneapolis on the damn east side. I can go to a strip club right now and I'm going to see my homegirl still on stage, still trying to get her money, out of shape, 3 kids later, stretch marks, cellulites, still doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that girls don't realize. They see the glamour and they see the glitz and, they see the money, but they don't realize how much of a toll it takes on you. Not being able to keep a real relationship. Guys only looking at you as a sex object. They might fuck with you for a year, then they move on to the next, and then you end up with, 3 kids by 3 different people. It can be a really miserable life. And all my girls who started stripping at 16, 17, 18, a lot of them, like I said, we're now in our 30s and they're still stripping and they're miserable. They look a lot older than their age. They look like they're damn near in their 40s. They see me and they're like, damn, you don't even look like you've aged, because I don't have all that fucking stress in my life. I ain't got time for it. I don't have the patience. So I just feel like girls should know what they're getting into. I feel like before girls get into stripping and doing porn and stuff like that, you need to really do your research and know that you need to have tough skin if you're going to get into that type of business. It's not glamorous at all. People think, well, I can just go out of town. I'm going to just strip out of town and nobody will ever know. It's the same thing as if you were stripping down the street. It takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your soul. And a lot of times, you start off with stripping, but you end up hoeing. You just do. Because the girls who end up hoeing and having sex and turning tricks and meeting up with guys after the club, they're the ones who make the most money. They're the ones who make the extra money. So a lot of times you say, well, I'm just going to take off my clothes and that's it. You end up doing extra stuff. Every girl I know who's a stripper, they do extras. I just hope it's something that you do decide to get up out of, because I see a lot of potential in you. And especially being that you're 19, you're like a baby. You're just a few years older than my son, and I just want the best for you, and I want the best for all the young girls on my channel, and if you guys look to me to be a role model, I'm very flattered. Like I said, I'm not trying to be nobody's role model, because I got enough on my plate dealing with my 2 kids, but I'm glad that I can be a positive female role model to a lot of these girls out here and a lot of girls on my channel. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this entire situation. What do you guys think about Alyssa Funk committing suicide? And what do you guys think about my subscriber's letter and what she has to say about her situation? So let me know your thoughts. All right, deuces.